Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless to every single one of you. Today is April 4th, 2026, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Doomsday plane has been spotted. Once again, the Doomsday plane landed at Andrews on April 3rd. Sounds routine, but the timing's doing all the talking. Now, you guys already know this happened at the same time the F-15 was shut down, and also the two Black Hawk helicopters and the A-10 aircraft. All right, so the U.S. Deployed their Doomsday plane, and all this happened at the same time. So it's E-4B Night Watch, basically a flying command center, EMP proof, carries 100 plus staff, built to run the war if everything on the ground goes dark. Only 4 exits. 1 stays near the president, moving it to Andrews closer to the White House. Now look, at the same day, an F-15 Eagle shut down over Persia. 1 crew still missing. An A-10 took fire and crashed in Kuwait. Persia rejected a ceasefire. Back channel with Pakistan, dead. April 6 deadline still active. And C-17 airlift, biggest surge so far, heading towards the Gulf. Here's the part people are missing. 3 generals fired this week. 26 and 14 months. Army chief quietly replaced by someone tied to nuclear ops. Chain of command reshaped before things escalated, not after. You paying attention? Then the Doomsday plane shows up. Sequence matters. You fix the command chain first, then position the system that runs it. Indefinitely, all of this looks routine together. Not really. Everything stacking into the same 72 hours. Weekend markets closed. Deadline still ticking. Missing pilots still unaccounted for. And the plane built for the worst case scenario, sitting right next to the guy who makes the call. Donald, the commander-in-chief. Alright, so the Doomsday plane is parked not too far from Donald. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Guys, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like this video at the same time. Make sure you hype the video so that way we could get the message to many viewers out there on this platform. So thank you for hyping the video. I really appreciate it. So the US Air Force E-4B Night Watch, commonly known as the Doomsday plane, landed at Joint Base Andrews on April 3rd, 2026. This landing occurred amid heightened geopolitical tensions and following a series of military incidents, including the reported downing of multiple U.S. aircraft. Are you paying attention? Are you paying very close attention? So they are preparing for worst case scenario. They know what time it is. The question is, are you prepared spiritually, physically, and mentally? Context of the arrival. The movement of the E-4B, also known as the Doomsday plane, to Joint Base Andrews, located just outside Washington, D.C., is often viewed as a strategic positioning to ensure that the commander-in-chief and top defense officials have immediate access to the aircraft in a national emergency. Now, I did post a video. It was called White House Gone Quiet. All right. And you had this Marine. He was right in front of the White House door, making sure no one goes in or out. And that there is a warning sign. That is a sign that what happened yesterday with those aircraft in Persia, Donald was not pleased. Now, Donald gave us, see, they only give us news that make us feel comfortable. News that is only good news. Donald said what happened yesterday is not going to affect our negotiation. Okay, so that's the good news. What's the bad news? Well, we might drop the hammer. So, again, that's, again, they always give us the good news, but not the bad news. All right, so April 3rd landing coincided with several significant events. Number one, military incident. Report indicated a Sleeping Giant F-15 Eagle was taken down over Persia with at least one crew member missing and still missing. And an A-10 Thunderbolt crashed in Kuwait. Number two, regional tensions. The landing occurred as the Sleeping Giant Gov evaluated potential military responses and as regional tensions between Persia and Holy Land escalates. Number three, airlift surge. Observers noted a significant surge in C-17 airlift operation heading towards the Mideast during the same period. Now, I did post a video last night. It was 2 a.m. and we talked about this last night. Let me show you really quick here, guys. Give me 1 second. This is the one. All right, so the U.S. Air Force is running a massive air bridge right now with C-5s, C-17s, and KC-135 tankers streaming across the Atlantic towards Europe and the Mideast. We talked about this last night. But we are being told, what happened yesterday is not going to affect nothing. We still doing our, we still talking, we still dialoguing, we trying to end this war. Again, they give us all these amazing, like, oh man, good news. All right, we ain't going to war, honey. Everything's fine. They just give us stuff that won't panic. But they don't give us the bad news. I do believe Donald's going to drop the hammer. All right, so it says here about the E-4B Night Watch Doomsday plane. The E-4B is a highly specialized nuclear hardened mobile command center. The purpose, number one, it serves as the National Airborne Operations Center, designed to keep the Gov functioning and maintain military command and control during a nuclear biblical war or other catastrophic emergencies. Number two, capabilities. The aircraft is protected against electromagnetic pulse, or pulses, EMP, shielded from nuclear and thermal effects, and equipped with over 60 antennas and satellites links to maintain global communication. Number three, operational readiness. While the Air Force often conducts routine readiness drills with these planes, their presence near the capital during active international crisis typically draws intense public and media scrutiny. All right, so once again, these are very important news. Very important military movements going on right now. On April 4, 2026. Now I want to show you something really quick here. So Persia used advanced passive infrared detection to shoot down the Sleeping Giant F-15. ABC News put out the information. So Persia has something very powerful and is taking down our very powerful birds. Here's some more updates. That's a lot of C-17s and C-5s. All right, so it says here a large group of C-17 military transport aircraft of the Sleeping Giant Air Force is crossing the Atlantic and heading towards the Mid-East, according to data from Flight Radar 24. C-17 are used for transporting personnel, heavy weapons, and armored vehicles. This is one of the largest aerial troop deployment since the beginning of the Biblical War. Donald is not about to exit the conflict. I agree. Again, Donald says we almost done with it. What do you call this? What do you call this? You're almost done. We're about to leave, but you're sending a whole bunch of teams. A lot. We already obliterated their Navy and all that. Nope. I'm not trying to bash the Donald here, but Donald's not saying, again, something going on. Put it like that. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. Trying to see if I could find any more information here. We do have some more news coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Breaking news: air raid sirens across you know what? Yemen just launched a ballistic towards the central Holy Land. These groups in Yemen have been firing at the Holy Land since October of 2023. All right, give me 1 second here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. All right, so it seems like so far it seems like this is all the information here. I do have some more videos coming up. This is Lynn's. Give me a second here. We do have some ballistic stuff going on. A ballistic equipment just hit Beersheba, southern Holy Land, with a direct impact. That's pretty dangerous. This is where that nuclear facility is located, not too far from Beersheba. And the IAEA agency are warning countries, including Russia and Ukraine, to stop firing towards the nuclear facility. It's gonna cause a huge catastrophic. We're talking about radiation and stuff. But it seems like that's what these land want. Hit the region and let it leak, which could be very, very bad. Just a catastrophe would be brutal. Give me a second here, guys. We got some news coming out. The United States Air Force, USAF, mobilization continues. From the past 48 hours, massive crowd over EU skies. It says this biblical war is not going to end soon. Again, Donald really need to... Here's the thing. Donald does not like to give out his plan and stuff like that. So he tried to trick his enemy by feeding the sleeping giant public some phony lies and try to trick the enemies. But again, when Donald says that we're going home soon, it's the opposite. All right, so give me a second here, guys. A sleeping giant military operation is reportedly underway in western Persia right now, searching for the F-15 crew members still unaccounted for more than 24 hours after the event. And I pray that they find him. But it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. So what's next? What's next? Well, we are seeing Doomsday plane parked right next to Donald Andrew base out there, not too far from the White House. We are seeing C-17, C-5 being deployed. We are seeing a lot of military movement, and it seems like it's not packing and coming back to the Sleeping Giant. It's packing going towards the Mid-E. So we are definitely seeing something here, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.